everybody, my name is Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is my FreeTrade portfolio update for July 2021, so don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So FreeTrade is where I have my first experimental portfolio. So this is separate to my early retirement portfolio. This is something that's basically based on growth and a bit, as the name suggests, a bit more of an experiment just to see what happens. Now, before I get started, if you've not got an account with FreeTrade, I'm going to leave a referral link below which gets you a free share worth up to £200 if you sign up via the link and deposit £1. And then you get your free share and then you can sell it if you want to, or keep it as the start of your investment journey. So once you've watched this video, if it looks like something that you think, oh yeah, I could have a go at that, use the referral link below and you will get a free share worth up to £200. Now, like I said, this is my experimental portfolio. This is the one where I put £10 a week every Friday into my portfolio and just invest it in a fairly small amount of companies. But this is not dividend based at all. There are a couple of them that do pay dividends, but that's just like an added bonus. It's not why I've invested in them. The point of this portfolio is growth, and that is all. So I'm hoping that the share price will rise over time, and you'll see in a minute that I've reached a fairly significant milestone. And also I'm going to talk through what my holdings are. I've made a couple of changes since the last time I filmed one of these, and then where I hope it might be by the end of the year. So let's have a look. So here we go, here is my portfolio. So the first thing to point out is that it's reached £1,000. It's reached that milestone of 4 figures, which is really exciting. So I put in £10 a week. Some of this is growth, but also some of this is when lovely people use my referral links and I also get a free share if somebody uses one of those, and some of that is that. But you can see there that I've reached that really exciting milestone already, which seems quite quick. But it just shows you just how kind of little and often, and that consistency of investing. I've talked about consistency quite a lot, but especially when it comes to investing, it really does make a difference. So if I kind of scroll down there, you can see my investments. So lots of green. If I'd filmed this like a couple of weeks ago, there might be more red, but it's looking okay. And if I kind of scroll, so you can see all of those. I do have a couple of new things to talk about. If you've watched these before, you can see that. But I'm quite happy with how that looks though. So look at the first one we'll look at is Amazon. So again, I still don't own very much one of these, 0.068% of a share, or 0.068 of a share. It's gone up 9.17%, which is good. You can see that last time I bought some was in July, and I do kind of keep an eye on how I mean, the share price is insane, isn't it? $3,549.59 per share at the time of recording. I do keep an eye on that because it's kind of gone up a lot fairly recently, but there are, you know, he's doing his space expedition thing, isn't he? So, but Amazon has the potential, I feel, to kind of get to be, say, like $5,000 per share, or even some, if you read some people's, they expect it to go to like $10,000 per share, which is insane. But I will keep investing in Amazon. As much as I don't like it as a company, as a business, it makes sense for it to be in my growth portfolio, because, you know, you can see over time. In the past year alone, you know, it's gone up 11%, but I will see how that goes. That was more until fairly recently. It had a bit of a dip recently, if you can call it a dip when it's still that expensive. The second one I have in my portfolio is Apple. So I have in here, oh, if I scroll down, 1.66 shares in Apple. So I've finally reached the 1 share mark there. And again, that's gone up 15%, nearly 16%, as you can see there, which is £24 on top of what I've invested. And the last time I bought some Apple was 20th of May, so they're probably going to be one that I'm going to do again soon. Do these play? Yeah, so Apple are one of the ones actually that pay dividends. 0.62% yield is ridiculously small. It's not why I've got it in my portfolio at all. But it's kind of plodding on. Again, in the last year, they've gone up 45% in the last year. So not a bad return on investments. The next one is 3M. And again, one that's had a bit of a dip recently. I am so close, look at that, 0.993 number of shares. So I'm so close to owning one of them. And again, it's gone up 4.4% there. and I last invested in those at the kind of the end of June. But this one does pay a dividend again, so 3% is not bad either. Not really why I invested in these. This is a really popular dividend payer for Americans, but it's also just a really popular company to have as an investment. It's very stable and secure and has like loads of different products. So there's that one. You'll also notice in this portfolio that they are all, are they all? Yeah, they're all American based, and that's on purpose. The next one is Fiverr. Again, they've had a bit of a dip recently. I own 0.829 of a share, so nearly at 1. And this has gone up 12% on my investment, which is good. And I last invested in those on the 11th of June. You can see that I put my £10 a week in there on that. And again, doesn't have any dividends. Yeah, but they've had a bit of a dip recently, so one to watch. I might put some more in there at some point. The next one is Tesla. Oh, again, something that kind of massively goes up and down. I own 0.26 of a share in those, and again, it's up 6.8%. I last invested in those on the 23rd of June. Again, a bit of a, it's a strange investment because it does kind of go up and down a lot, or it feels like a lot anyway. And he has quite a hold on what happens to that share price if he says something on Twitter or whatever, so we'll see. The next one is Netflix. Kind of steadily rising again, and all of these things you'll notice that I don't own like a whole one share in any of them, bar I think 2, because their share price, so Netflix, their share price is £378 per share, so I own 0.28 of a share there. It's only up 2%. I bought some again in June. I kind of had a bit of shuffle around and sold a couple of holdings and then repurchased in others. Now Peloton is one of, I think that's how you say that, apologies if I don't say that right, is another one that's new. There's 2 new ones actually, so this is the first one. I feel like in some ways it's a bit of like, feels like a bit of like a cult following, so it's definitely, so it's the membership model I suppose more than although buying the bikes outright are ridiculously expensive as well. I own 0.79 of a share here. It's gone up 4% so far. That is a very, very recent purchase and addition to this portfolio, but you know, they've gone up 94% in the last year. How insane is that? So definitely one to watch. Definitely I feel like their long-term business model with the membership thing, so kind of recurring payments, looks really strong as well, and it's not cheap either. I don't know anyone who owns one of these in the UK, but they're massively popular in America. So the other new one to talk about is Microsoft. We have all heard of Microsoft before. It's in my experimental portfolio within Trading 2 and 2 actually. But this, again, a really recent addition. So I sold a couple of holdings of things and then just kind of put it elsewhere, and Microsoft was a second. Again, I only own 0.357 of a share. It's actually gone down 0.05%, but I'm not worried about that because I'm not selling. Again, I only bought this in July, and again, this has a dividend yield, 0.81% dividend yield, you can see there. Not why I put it in here at all. Microsoft is such a kind of a giant of a company, and it's I guess it's more of a, oh I don't know, it's gone up 30% in the last year. So I'll be quite happy with that, and we'll see how it goes. But again, another new addition. And then the final one, and I keep toying whether to sell this, is Zoom. So this is one of my first additions to this experimental portfolio. 0.182 of a share. It's down, my investment is down 10.8%. I haven't, in fact I bought some more in July, but it's gone down again since then. So I don't know what to do about those, but everyone I know, when you talk to them, they use Zoom. I also use it for my business stuff, so I don't know, but that's the one that's last in my portfolio, and you can see that I've got a queued free share from someone using my referral link. But overall, I'm really happy with how that looks. Imagine how that's going to look in 5 years' time or 10 years' time. By the end of the year, I'm hoping for it to get, you know, if I'm adding £10 a week plus some growth, you'd hope that that would be around the £1,500 mark by the end of the year, which would be again a good milestone to hit. The whole point, or one of the points behind doing this experimental portfolio, is to show you that even small amounts, so £10 a week over time, really adds up to a lot in, you know, 10 years time, 15 years time. What am I going to look at in terms of an account there? And that's really exciting. And I'm hoping that it shows you that even if you feel like you can't invest anything at all, kind of just finding that little bits of change every week, every month, however often you want to do it, please have a go at starting. You'll learn along the way, and it might just make the difference to your life in, like I say, 5 or 10 years time. But that is my experimental portfolio update for you guys. Have you got any questions? Leave them down below. Do you think that I've made good additions with Peloton and Microsoft? I think I have. But yeah, let me know down below what you think. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.